Welcome to 100 Days of Python, the Python Code Along Challenge. I'm Bill Mosley, and if you want to find the entire listing of the 100 Days of Python, you can find it at my website, www.bmosley.com/hdp. Let's get started. Okay, welcome to day 47, and today we're going to be working again with file operations, and I want to show you a trick for reading a file one line at a time. Now what we have for our example file is this input text file. And I'm going to use this to work a little bit of magic with the turtle later on. But for now, you can see that each line has a bit of a command here, like forward 100, left 90, forward 100, and C 100 maybe for a circle. We don't need to worry too much about what each line does, but what I'm going to do is read this text file into a Python script one line at a time, and then we're going to use those to do something fun. So the first thing I want to do is let's work with opening that text file. So I'm going to use a with the with command, which sets a context for something to happen. And I want to use with open, and I'm going to use the file name here, 47 underscore input.txt. And I'm going to open that as a read. And you can see here that I've got with this file. So I'm going to do something with this file. And I'm going to save that or I'm going to indicate that as file. So I use that. This is now the handle for the file object that is created by this. And everything that happens within this context, indented under this context, will be done with that file. The nice thing about this is that it closes the file and cleans up our mess for us at the end automatically. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. The next thing I want to do is I want to go line by line through the file. And the nice thing about this is that I can actually go one line at a time by simply using iteration. So I can go say for line in file. And all I have to do now is do what I want to do here, which is print. And I'm going to print that line. And I can say print finished when it's all done. Okay, so let's run that. And there is my file contents. Now, one thing you'll notice is that there's an extra space in between each line. We don't really want that, but that's a product of the fact that print inserts a line break at the end, and each line already has a line break at the end. So if I want to, I can eliminate the line break at the end of the print statement by adding this, which replaces the default, which would be this. Okay, so by default, it inserts another line break. But if I say I want nothing inserted at the end, I run it again. There's my file exactly, or rather, this is my file, and then we inserted the finished. So this is the basis for what we're going to do here. But we're going to do something a whole lot more interesting than just printing out those lines. So let's add a few more things here. The first thing I want to add is import turtle as, actually, let's make it real easy here. And I'm going to say from turtle import all. Now I can just do some really simple commands here. The first thing I want to do is screen equals screen, just like that. So this line is a way of identifying the turtle window. And so at the end here, we're going to use that to keep the window open. So we're going to use screen.exit on click, and this will keep the window open until we click on that. So even without any other turtle commands, when I run this, you can see here, I get the Python turtle graphics window. And if I click it, it goes away. That's just a convenient way for us to keep that window open so that we can see what's going on there. So that's nice. Otherwise, when the turtle finishes drawing, it will just shut the window down automatically. So now what we're going to do is we're going to combine these two, and we're going to use this text file and the commands that are here to control the turtle. So that will be interesting. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to, instead of just printing each line, what we've got here is a line that's got some characters and a number. So we're going to break that in half, and we'll use this as a command, and we'll feed this to the command as a parameter. So we're going to say if, well, first of all, we've got to split that. So AR line equals line dot split, and we'll use the space as a character to split. Now AR line has two things in it. The first thing is the command, str command is AR line 0, and the parameter str param, or p, let's just call it strp. Let's be really lazy today. AR line index 1. So now we've got a command and a parameter for each one. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use the command to figure out what the turtle is going to do. So we're going to say if str command equals forward, then we're going to do something. And what are we going to do? We're going to go forward, and we're going to go forward. How far are we going to go? strp. Okay. Now I know that's technically a string, so what we're going to need to do here is we're going to convert this to a number. We're going to say int, and we'll just make sure that when we enter those that we've got the right thing there. So now we're given the right kind of parameter here. And now we're going to say elif str command, and the parentheses here are optional. I put them in because I'm used to doing that for other languages. You don't really need to for a single command or a single expression like this. If I want to say left, then we're going to say left, and we're going to say strp as the amount to go left, elif str command equals right. We're going to say right, and strp as the parameter, elif str command equals circle, or C for circle. Then we're going to say circle and strp for the size of the circle. And so that should work. Let's see what it does now. And there is my interesting drawing there. So let's change up our thing here. Let's go 50 on the circle, and let's run that file again. Okay, so there are our things there, and obviously we can do a lot of other things. Let's implement a command that says elif str command equals hc for half circle. And so we'll say circle strp, and then we'll say 180 for the extent of the circle, which will give us a half circle. And elif str command equals right half circle. That's going to go the other direction, so we're going to say circle strp and then negative 180 for the extent, which should draw it the other direction. So let's go back here. Let's do a half circle, see how that works. And so let's get back to our script, hit run, and let's see what it does. There's my half circle. Now, if I do another half circle. Let's do a right half circle. So let's go forward, and then we're going to say left 90, right half circle 50, and then we're going to say right turn 90, forward 100, right turn 90, and forward 100. Let's see what it does. Save that and run our program here. Look at that. Huh, that's kind of interesting. I want to run that again because that let's see. So we're turning, let's, instead of making this right hand turn, half circle, right turn 90, and let's run that just with that one small difference. And now we've got a completely different thing going on here. So a lot of interesting possibilities here. And let's make that a left turn. It's fun to just play around with this, and being able to draw from a file like this allows you to very quickly iterate and play around. So there is my modified flower here, I guess. And that is how you iterate through a file. And then I'm taking the lines as commands and inserting them into a turtle script. So just kind of a fun way to look at iterating through the contents of a file, but these could just as easily be records from a database or something like that that I want to manipulate. So drawing from a file is a useful way to play around with that. Thank you so much for watching this video and coding along with me. Once again, if you want to access the entire listing of 100 Days of Python, you can do it at my website, www.bmosley.com/HDP. You can also access my book, Introduction to Python Programming for Absolute Beginners, at my website, www.bmosley.com/book. Thanks again, and we'll see you around.